You should now be able to see my screen, hopefully. Can you all see my the biggest collection Wales, what I'm seeing here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the project, in case for those who didn't know already, it's run as a partnership between the National Library, where I work, National Museum in Cardiff. So we've got staff down in Cardiff, which I take it is where you three are now. Are you? Are the three of you in Cardiff at the moment?
They're on there.
Oh, they're on there. Okay.
I'm in Newbridge.
Okay. We've got staff down in Cardiff anyway, and staff in the Royal Commission up in Aberystwyth. And as a project, we help community groups and projects to discover more about the history and to share it, to preserve it, to record it, to celebrate it, make sure that other people can discover more about the history that you've been collecting. There are lots of elements to that, from making sure that all the copyright and the legal side of things are cleared, making sure that things are digitized to a high standard, and making sure then that they're published and discoverable, making sure that they are actually useful resources for other people in the future. So that culminates in the website, peoplescollection.wales, which acts then as a digital repository, as an archive where all of this content sits. So as of this moment, if I go through to the collection, there are 136,000 items. They're appearing here chronologically, so these are the most recent things that have been published. And they could be photographs, manuscripts, videos, oral histories, 3D objects. You can see that we've got a lot of rainbows and windows coming through at the moment, being topical there. But on one item, every item on the website is the same sort of, has the same structure, with a title, there's the item itself, ideally with some description, some information underneath, tags, copyright information. And yeah, that they can be anything from, as I said, photographs, manuscripts, maps, documents. And you can see on the left-hand side here some of the subcategories that we have. So if you're interested in music, you can just jump down to there. So when we're talking about publishing things and making sure that the metadata, the information is usable, it's about having really good, strong titles here, descriptions with plenty of information there, to make it, first of all, likely that someone can discover the content. So every word in the description here is now discoverable. So if someone's searching for Sally, this item will appear. If someone's researching about cardboard for whatever reason, then this item will appear. So every word in there is now discoverable. And this has been drawn through from YouTube. So Tommy, if you've got any of your video content already on YouTube, yeah, you can just draw it straight through, and this is actually a 360 video, as you can see here. I'm spinning that around, and I think this is supposed to be music, but maybe just on my end. And everything's located too, so you can see exactly where that item has been, what was taken. So that's there in Preseli. And every one of these items then, it's published into an account or a profile. So the People's Collection, we don't take ownership of anything, and we can see beneath the description here who it is that uploaded this item. The Association of South Wales, the project down in Cardiff, researching the history of Jewish communities in Cardiff, Newport and Swansea. So here's their account. They've got just over 1,000 items in there at the moment. And all of these items, they come from different, they come down here, they come from different owners. So here, this one is owned by possibly synagogue. That's the Cardiff Reform Synagogue down there. So down in the copyright and the ownership, in the details, they can draw attention to different individuals. So nobody loses control of their content. This is a project that have been creating resources for dementia work, and they've used content from the People's Collection. So it says here under their account that they've got 23 items, but they haven't actually published anything. They haven't added a single item to the People's Collection of their own. But what they have done here, all of these different collections, 23 of them, related to different topics, work, mining, different buses, different decades. And so if I click on this one here, which I think is bicycle, 32 items in this collection related to bicycles. All of these have come from different contributors. If I open some at random, you can see this item uploaded by Cadiga Archive. You can see down here. This item uploaded by Canolfan Penyas, the project in North Wales. This item uploaded by the Aberystwyth Cycling Club. So all of these items have been uploaded by different individual contributors, different accounts, and have been drawn together as a resource pack by this central account. So the first thing you need to do is to create an account, either for yourself or for the breakout and championship. You can structure that however you want to. So I'm just going to log in now using a training account. If you go to the website, register, then you can set up your own account there. And I'll just take you then through the uploading process. You can see how to, how to add your content. So when you log in, under the upload section, you've got this, you've got a box where you can drag your files in. I've got, just a JPEG, something on the desktop there. So you can just drag in your files. My internet's a bit slow on it then. And then follow the steps. So I've done that. Next. And it's a simple process of filling in all of these fields as you see them down here. So I'll just gonna make this up as we go along. There's an option for you on the right hand side here. There's an option to add it in Welsh as well. If you have got access to translation, that's great. You can add the Welsh in there too. Otherwise, it'll just take whatever you put the English and duplicate it on the Welsh side of the website as well. So the title, something just really simple, is just what appears with the thumbnail when someone's browsing the website. The description then is somewhere where you can add much more context. If I go back to the Jewish history stuff for a second. This is it's a lot of work, but it really does make sure that your content is discoverable and actually useful for other people further down the line. So it's like a good title, and then you can see the amount of description that they've added in there. That's a lot, but it means that some people are more likely to find it, and that they can use it then for research and sort of educational purposes later on. So as much information as you can add in here would be better. It would be more context, so the names of the people involved.
Yeah.
Etc. Yeah, I mean, as much information as you can add would be possible. And again, on the right hand side there, you see there's a button to add it in Welsh as well, if you have access to translation. Any questions about that? It's pretty self-explanatory, title and description.
Yeah, that's pretty straightforward.
Then beneath that, then you've got some of the ownership and copyright details. So the owner would be the owner of the content, as opposed to the creator. So the owner is the body or the individual who is looking after, then, if you will, the content permanently. So this could be yourself, if it is yours. Is Boost your surname, by the way?
No. It's a stage name.
Okay. And then the creator, the photographer.
Yeah.
Or the video creator, or the company who created the merchandise, whatever that may be. Let's say that this photographer had their own independent website or archive already. Then you can add a link into there.
Okay.
Or any other website that you wanted to add in there too. The date is the date most closely associated with that item. And then we've got these categories. So like when you're adding tags to something on Facebook or social media, these are tags that have been created by us, by the system already. So they're quite broad and general. So art and culture, but music down here, theatre and performing arts. You can go through and select whichever ones fit. But they are very broad, as I said. Music is obviously a very broad category. Beneath that, then there's a decade that you can choose, 2010.
Yeah.
But then beneath that, then the tags, the way you can be much more specific. So use tags that are obviously relevant to the item and the broader project.
So then we could write the Welsh Hip Hop Culture, and that could be like the main tag to try and bring everything together.
Exactly right. So so this now is a new tag. When you're typing, it'll give you a drop down of tags that have been created by other people. And as you see, no one's ever uploaded anything with hip hop before. Maybe breakdancing. No, not that either. So you've got a blank field there. You can add whatever tag you like. But the point being, once you've created this Welsh Hip Hop Culture tag, so the next person, the next project coming along and adding their own content, when they start typing Welsh Hip H, it'll give them the drop down option, and they can select it from there then. So as many tags as you want to add in there, it'll be a really useful way for you. That's a handy way for you to be able to create collections further down the line. Okay, any questions about that?
Is it? Yeah, that's good.
Okay. And then,
is it possible to do a collection of collections?
A collection of collections. Was that the question?
Yeah, because there's multiple years, and then there's sub events of each like event.
No.
I would have to make a collection for each year, but then also different sections of that would be completely different, because at the dance competition itself, it had, let's say, music artists performing in a separate venue, which was part of the competition, but it isn't related to breakdance at all. It's related to hip hop culture, but not to breakdance specifically.
Yeah, well, to answer your first question, no, it's not possible to have a collection within a collection. And the reason for that is because every item can exist in multiple collections. So you're not actually moving it from one place to another. You're just creating a link. So as in that situation where you've got an artist who's relevant to a particular event, that content can be added to the collection for, let's say, the championship final or whatever it was. But it can also exist independently or in another collection, even by another contributor. With that example I showed you of the dementia resources and the collection of the bicycles, all of those items, yes, they've been united in that collection under bicycles, but they can also exist in collections about the type of photography it was, or the area of Wales it was, or the person. Yeah. So no, you can't have collections within collections, but you can have things in multiple collections, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
If you're happy with that. I know it's a bit of a pain sometimes, but it does mean that your content can be repurposed by other people in different ways then within the website.
Yeah.
So once you've added your tags down at the bottom, the next step is to add them to the map. This is again quite easy as long as the internet is working. Where you can just zoom in. Double clicking down here to Swansea. So like wherever you want the item to be located, and then this pin in the bottom left corner of the map, you can see once I've clicked, I'm carrying this little blue pin around with me. I can locate it there. That's located there. Those are all of the steps you need to take. There is the option to add licensing. So down after it's been added to the map there, you can see next licenses. Now most people leave this blank because it's not always relevant. But if you want to credit someone else, so let's say the music, if you're uploading a video and you've got one rights holder for the video footage itself and someone else for the music, say, then you can add something in there, or you can add a trademark or design rights for some of the you mentioned merchandise as well. So there is scope in there to reference other people, but most of our contributors leave that blank, so that's up to you.
Okay.
So the only really important fields are on the first page there: the title, description, ownership details, location, tags, mapping, and that's it. And down at the bottom here, I agree to the terms. The terms, by the way, are that under the Creative Archive license, anyone can use anything on the website for free, provided that it's for non-commercial purposes. So anything you add can be used for educational purposes, for research. People can even print it out if necessary for non-commercial purposes. But if they want to make money out of it, they have to come to you for with permission. Everything that's uploaded to the website goes through a moderation team, a moderation process. So we check for any copyright breaches, we check for offensive content, and data protection issues, things like that. So you can see here now that this item is now pending moderation. Our moderating team check it over. Once it's published, it disappears from this list and it'll appear in your published items section over on the top here, which can then be considered into collections and into stories later on. So
there is a file size limit of 100 megabytes. So if you do have a video that exceeds 100 megabytes, it's probably worth that you upload it to YouTube and then link it through that way.
So this on YouTube, just take that link and add it in there, and it should throw it through with all of your metadata as well. It's taking some of the metadata in, but you know, we would still encourage you to add some more description in there then. Basically, because at the moment the only way that someone would discover this item would be if they went into your account and then clicked on it randomly, or if they searched for one of these words, and you know, there's no reference in there to hip hop culture, to breakdancing, to anything else. So as much information in there as possible to make sure people do actually find the content. But that will then be drawn straight through from YouTube. So if I'm again, Mike, I think I'm right in saying that there isn't an upload limit on that then, because you're not actually publishing on the people's collection, you're just drawing it through from YouTube. So a story is very similar to a collection, but it just has this big free text space along with it. So here's a story page. There's a bit of a synopsis, then a couple of items, an oral history interview, and just a newspaper clip cutting. You can see I think that's only playing on my side. So there's that. So then there's this text space underneath. In this case, they've used that as a transcription. So they transcribed the entire oral history interview and added it there. But if you had a blog, or if you had something that was, you know, a Word document, all of that is now searchable, of course, in the collection. So you can like that as well.